University of Tennessee says the number of students seeking counseling service is on the rise. 5 years ago, the counseling center saw about 35 students a week. UT says this year that number has more than doubled, with more than 100 students a week seeking counseling. That's an increase of about 185%. And now the Student Government Association on campus says it's time to provide more access for students needing help.
10 News reporter Gabrielle Hayes explains what they are doing to make a difference now. Gabrielle.
Robin and John, UT says it understands more students are looking for help, and that's why it's working to fix the problem with more than one solution.
There's a lot of challenges that go along with being a college student today.
As college students at UT gear up for finals, SGA Student Services Director Maddie Stevens says it's a crucial time to talk about mental health.
I think it is really important that we recognize that, and it is a growing problem on college campuses across the country.
A recent study that compiled data from an annual web survey found 1 in 3 college students sought mental health services in 2017. UT Counseling Center Director Paul McAneer says that stat isn't surprising.
Probably where we failed, if you want to think about it that way, not only here but nationally, is anticipating the number of students who might want help or need help.
UT says it sees almost 100 students a week for mental health services. That number is up from 35 just 5 years ago. McAneer says with so many students needing help, not all can come on a consistent basis.
It's just a challenge of the volume coming in and the resources that are available, and we're constantly trying to tweak our resources to make them as effective as possible.
UT says it's working to hire more people and provide more resources for in-between appointments. And the student government is also working to find a solution. Stevens says it plans to draft a bill that will address the allocation of funds for the counseling center and bring staff to residence halls for sessions.
Making sure students are aware, like we're here for you, we support you, and that we are going to be here for one another as volunteers.
Do you want to get a better
SGA also plans to start pushing mental health resources on all of its social media platforms. It also encourages students to call 974-HELP if they are in need of support. Back to you.